dear children. Welcome back to the English class. Today we are dealing with literature reader. That is chapter 3. Students of Greenslade School. Right? It's a part of a novel written by Ricky Braithwaite. And he was born in Guianis. He's a British American novelist. Do you know where is Guianis? That is in the a part of north of South America. And the meaning is land of many waters. Right? So we studied the poem Caged Bird. So the same way an African American, as we told, they were facing many problems, right? So this novel was written during that time, and the name of the novel is To Serve with Love. Okay, and here Braithwaite writes his own experience as a school teacher. The first time he goes to school, the name of the school is Greenslade School, right? And you know where the white children study, and he is a black man. So he is little confused how to enter the class, whether the children will treat him properly, right? He had a confusion. But he was successful, and he set certain rules for the children. Do you know which type of children came there? This secondary school was, do you know where was it? It's in a poor neighborhood in England. And which type of children come? Where naughty children sent off from other school come there to study. So you can just imagine what type of children will be there. So very naughty, right? Bully. So it was really a risk for him to get in the class and take class. But let us see what happened, right? And it begins like this. He just going to enter the class, but he was little hesitating. See, it is said that after the assembly I waded in. What is the meaning of waded in? So walk with some difficulty. So unwilling to get in there. We don't know what happens. As I told you, naughty children maybe. Right? And he knows it will be tough. But anyway he entered. Okay. And I am your teacher. And told, so I think it's right, proper that I should let you know something of my plan for class. Suppose a new teacher come. He will be introducing himself and his view about classes and how children should be. Generally teachers give an introduction, right? And you know it's not easy to manage children having different character, but since it is a special school, it is not at all easy, right? And we know there are certain manners in the class because not only one child sitting in the class, right? So that children should be polite, keeping quiet when the teacher comes, right? Or if the child is late, he must wait there and ask for the permission and then get inside. You know what all the things happening in the class, and teachers shout sometimes, right? They will be out of control. Our behavior, sometimes we will be speaking each other, fighting each other in the classroom. So here Braithwaite knew very well the children were somewhat noticed. So in the beginning itself, he tried to convince them that they have to follow certain rules, right? See, what was the first thing he said? I would like you to listen to me without interrupting in any way, and when I am through, any one of you may say your piece without interruption from me. What he said? When I talk something, you should not talk, you must listen. Right? So anyone speak at a time in the class. You might have heard this always from your teacher. Right? If everyone makes sound, nobody understands anything. So that the first point is, you must be patient enough to hear others. That is one thing. Right? And see, you don't know what is the response of this type of children, right? So here it is said that they were interested in spite of themselves. Even the husky Blaise Denham was leaning forward on his desk watching me. See, what is the meaning here? So you are big and strong, some indifferent, such naughty children, they may not be interested in the class. Even the child name called Denham, he was leaning forward, right, and watching. That means he was curious. A new teacher, and he set some ground rule for the children. Okay, they were attending it, right? Then he said, my business here is to teach you, right? Okay, I will try to make my class very interesting, right? Then said, if you don't understand any time my class, you are free to ask me. I will try to correct. Oh, a friendly way of conversation, right? And then, if you have any doubt, let me know. That's it. Then another important thing he told, you are the top class, the senior students. After 6 months, you are leaving the school. So you must learn certain behavior, right? That means the children so far did not get any proper formation, right? So he understood Braithwaite. So that's why he tell them, you are the seniors, right? So, and he said, now keep in your mind, I have decided that from now on you will be treated not as children but as young men and women. Look at, he tried to make some difference because they are like men and women, big children. You are not children, you should not now behave like children. So, such a respect I see you. You are not considered as children but young men and women. So, children might have, might be surprised, calling them young men and women. Okay? And he told, you must consider each other the same way, like I consider you. Right? So when you move out of the school, you will be doing certain job. So there you are expected to behave not like children. So here you need to get training. That is why. Okay. And then see, so the society expects certain standard from you when you leave the school. Now you are not children. Okay. Then what happened? After this, suddenly at this moment the door was flung open. What is the meaning of flung? Throw with force. And Pamela Dare rushed in. To come fast, pushing it, she suddenly, we told children are naughty, bully. Okay. So she entered the class without permission, breathlessly, because she was late. Okay. After hearing this, Braithwaite continued. See, there are really two ways in which a person may enter a room. What is? One in a controlled, dignified manner. What is a dignified, a respectable manner? Okay. Or the other is how like Miss Dare did. Okay. This is the two way. His talk is very interesting. Okay. Then, what she say? Miss Dare has showed us the second way. Which way? Not in a proper way. Okay. And he said, I am sure now she will show the first one. What is the first one? Getting in the class, come and go. Okay. So the child is insulted there, right? She was asked to go out and come again with the proper way. We don't know the response of these naughty children, right? Anyway, surprise. Okay. But he never thought of, and it is written here, I am quite sure she will now give us a demonstration of the first, the model of the first. Okay. Then, but he never thought of telling this to these children, but that situation made him to speak. Right? Teachers also sometimes preparing class and coming to take the class. When something happened, suddenly, sometimes they may stop teaching and start teaching about good behavior, right? Yes, the same happens. And see, actually he was angry at the coming of this child in a disrespecting way. So that is why. So now let us see what happened. Now all eyes were on her as she probably planned, but instead of supporting her entrance, they were watching her. What was there? Waiting to see the result of my challenge, whether she would do it or not. If she did not do, sir will be in trouble. Right? So look at what happened. She blushed. What is the meaning of blushed? Turned red out of being ashamed or angry. Okay. Then, well, Miss Dare, that means you just show the way. Her eyes were black with anger and humiliation. She was angry and she felt a lot of disrespect, right? So, as if she lost her self-respect. Maybe the first time a teacher asked them to do this way. Okay. Then what did she do? But she stood up and walked out, closing the door quietly behind her. Then to the surprise for the teacher, she did exactly what sir asked. Like a queen, calm and quiet, she went outside and came inside. How he came? Quietly and with a grace and dignity that would have befitted a queen. That is like a queen come. She walked to her seat in a charming way. Okay, in a beautiful way, she went to the seat. Right? Mr. Braithwaite, the teacher, is now relieved and happy. Okay, and he said, thank you. Now he just brings up some other manners. Okay, he told students should address him as Mr. Braithwaite or sir. That is according to their choice. Okay, that they accepted. Okay. But after he said, the young ladies will be addressed as Miss. That means the boys must call along, add Miss. Okay, behind their name. And the young men will be addressed by their surnames. Okay. So the teacher did not plan to speak all this, but he was naturally, it was coming from him. Okay, because he understood the background of children, so before the class, he thought of speaking this all good manners. Right? But see, after hearing all this, there was a general gasp at this from boys and girls alike together. A long breath. Oh, they could not digest it. What sir said to call Miss and adding surname for the boys. Right? They had no practice of doing that. So, Potter was the first to protest. A boy called Potter protested. He objected. What he said? Why should we call them Miss? We know them. Okay. Sir, what is the need of calling them Miss? We know them each other well. We are friends. Then sir asked, what is your name? Potter. Okay. Potter answered, my name is Potter. But sir was not happy with that name. Why? See, I beg your pardon, sir told. Please. Potter, sir. The sir was somewhat delayed. He told secondly Potter, then he added sir, but late. Because though the children had no practice of calling such a sir. Anyway, even though sir is happy, even though late, sir came. The word sir he used there. Then he told, thank you, Potter. Okay. Then he added to Potter, Potter, do you think that if any of the girls in your class is not worthy to be called Miss? Now Potter is in trouble. Right? If anyone is unqualified or disqualified to be called, not to be called as Miss, is there any such ladies in your class that you think they don't deserve to be addressed like Miss? the question. Then with one accord, the girls turned to look at Potter. All the girls together started looking at Potter, whether he would say their name. So Potter was afraid by seeing their all faces towards him. He was afraid and he said, "No, sir." Okay. How it was there? See, he curled visibly before their concerted eyes. What is here meaning concerted eye? Wide open eye. As if threatening way they looked at Potter. Whether he would say their name. So Potter was afraid and he had no words. Okay. Then Sir again advised him, Potter, what he said? You should remember, Potter, that in a little while all of you may be expected to express these courtesies as part of your job. So after 6 months you will be going outside and doing some job. So you are expected to behave there. You cannot just call the name, you have to add Miss. Right? So let it be a practice now, otherwise you will not do it. So here is a very good teacher teaching on etiquette and manners. Right? Then the next concern was of deportment. What is deportment? The way in which one walk or stand. So now he started speaking about how your dressing style, your appearance. Okay, all he started speaking about. Okay, and conduct of the class. What is mean conduct? The dealings in the class, activities, our character, how to deal with others. Right? So, and he told first young ladies, they must understand, they must show themselves both worthy and appreciative of the courtesies we men will show them. See, he told ladies, you must be very vigilant and you must behave well manner. Only then you will get the same respect from the men. Okay, as we know, ladies must be polite. They must learn all these good manners very well. Okay, as children, you also must. How to talk, how to deal with others, what way, how to get in the class, how to deal with our parents. Okay, these are the basic rules that every individual must learn. Okay, so this is not only a lesson, it's a class, a good inspiration for us. Okay, a guideline for us. And after, and say the men will feel proud of you to the girls if you behave well. Okay, in such a way you have to respect and do this. Right? So, how men should show you respect, that depends upon the ladies, how they react. That's it. Okay? Now, and he said there are many other things girls should know, that your domestic science teacher period, who is the teacher? Dale Evans. I will ask Dale Evans, the teacher will tell the girls this matter. What is the meaning of domestic science? What are the things included in domestic science? That is washing, cookery, cleaning, household activities, right? How to run home and family. As we know, women are the light and lamp of the home. They control, especially children. Okay, cleanliness of the house, managing children, their behavior. So, woman has a decisive role. So that as young ladies, you must get this practice. So, I will ask your domestic science teacher to speak about it. Okay. So, dear children, all the girls, you listen me. Now, you must also learn this. For a woman, it is compulsory for to learn all these household activities. You should not feel ashamed of doing certain things. Okay, washing, cleaning, all the work you must learn from your parents, your mother. That is your duty. Because when you go to some other house, you should be treated well only if you know these things. Don't think it is a credit that you say you don't know household activities. Okay, so this is a time you can learn from your parents this type of, the parents must teach the children all these activities in their younger ages. That will be benefit for them in future. Okay, and see, now his advice to the boys. See, I have seen stewardess and longshoremen who looked a lot cleaner and tighter. You know, these boys in that class, they did not dress well. Their shoes were dirty. So he told that who are the stewardess and longshoremen, people whose job is to take goods on and off ship at a dock, like loading people. Okay, loading and unloading people. They are sometimes cleaner than you. So you must dress well. Okay, your physical appearance matters somewhat. Right? Along with more than your muscle power. Your attitude, your appearance and your character is very important. That is his advice to the boys. What is that? Toughness is a quality of the mind, not your body. Like bravery or honesty or ambition. Right? It has nothing whatever to do with the muscle. Not your muscle power but your quality that matters. Right? I gave them a moment to digest that. Because these children had no practice of doing this or they never heard of it. So he gave some time to understand this matter. Okay. And then again he come up with the same idea. You are the top class. The operative word is top. But its operative means important. You are the top class. Right? What is that? What is the duty of top class? Top class must behave well. Why? Because there are other children in lower classes. They are looking at you. Right or not? Their mouth wide open, eyes wide open, they are watching you. If you do good things, they will do good things. Otherwise, just opposite. So, you must be a good model for others. Not only them, we also. Right? Only even in your house, you are a younger one, in the school, you have a great role. Right? That you must behave well because otherwise we will be misguiding the younger one. Right? That's a good message. Right? Okay. That's another deportment, way of life. Okay. See, then he says, this is your responsibility to behave well. As a top class, you must be top in cleanliness, deportment, courtesy and work. Right? I shall help you. Don't worry children. I know that you cannot do it in a day. I will help you. Okay. With all the help, all kind of guidelines. Right? So, by and by, we will do it. Right? And he encourages them telling, I believe that you have it in you. To be a fine class, you have the potential, you have the capacity to be a good class. I know that you are all good, but you are not trained. That's the problem. So I will train you and we will be good. Okay. And now then he asks, so you can be the best class, right? Then it depends upon you. You must decide. Okay. Now any question? Then a hand shot up. One girl raised a hand. What is? Yes, Miss Joseph, her name. So he gave a model, called her Miss Joseph. What about Mr. Weston? She asked a question. His shoes are never clean, sir. Look at, she started calling sir. Things were looking up already, the sir came easily. See, that student called, started using after his name, sir. Very nice. So what? So she complained about Mr. Weston. His shoes are never clean. Right? So Mr. Weston is a teacher. Miss Joseph. And we shall not discuss him. There was a murmur of dissent at this. What's the meaning of dissent? Disagreement. There was a disagreement. Because sir told we will not talk about him. Then what he said? I am your teacher. And I am the one you should criticize if I fail to maintain the standard I demand of you. I am your teacher. You can criticize me. If I fail to do all these activities which I told you, if I make a mistake, or if I am a failure, you can correct me. I am ready to accept. Okay. Then there was an absence of the silent hostility of yesterday. Yesterday there was a silent hostility, a fight, silent fight were there between children, but today it was not there. That means the words of the teacher resulted in a positive way. Then I felt that I had somehow won for myself a breathing space at least. Okay. Anyway, teacher is happy now. Teacher is confident. Children accepted him. Started following what he said. Right? So he is happy. Okay. Then after he told, remaining some minute of the class period, you can think about it. You can work on it. Right? See, there were no further questions. So I told them they could spend the remaining minutes of that period considering and discussing the things I had said. Providing they did so quietly, I sat back and observed them. See, teacher is very happy. Teacher gave the work. You can think over what I told you. All this matters about conduct and their lifestyle, and they all discussed silently. Teacher is happy. Right? So, a teacher's words and attempt can create a positive impact on children. Right? Okay, you can read well, understand it. Okay, that is the end of the lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.